Welcome to Intentionality with Dominique, the show that helps business owners become valued and in-demand suppliers in the marketplace to scale their businesses. Let's start today's show with host and intentional connector, Dominique Simpson-Milton.
Welcome to another episode of Intentionality, the show dedicated to improving the success rate of entrepreneurs and their businesses by helping them become successful suppliers. I am your host, Dominique Simpson-Milton. Today's show is being brought to you by our friends at Altria in conjunction with the CVMSDC, also known as the Council. CVMSDC is an economic growth engine for ethnic minority business owners and serves as an advocacy group to help minority business enterprises with certification, development, connection, and advocacy. On today's show, I am excited to welcome Connie Hom of Buckingham Greenery. Connie is a business owner who has been with the council for over 40 years and is very intentional about her engagement with CVMSDC. Connie turned her love of plants into a thriving business and has corporations like Capital One and Altria as part of her client list. Welcome to the show, Connie.
Welcome. Thank you for having me here, Dominique.
We are so excited, and I'm excited for you because you're about to celebrate a milestone. Tell us about that.
Yes, I'm in 12 days, October 14th. I'm going to be celebrating 41 years as a business.
That is tremendous. Tell us about your business. What do you do exactly?
We make everyone healthier in indoor environments with live green plants. It's been a passion of mine from the very beginning. And what we do is put all in corporate locations, educational institutions, and government buildings, live green plants, and we maintain them in order to provide a healthy work environment.
I love how people take things that they love and turn it into a business. So you've taken plants and morphed it into a very profitable business. So tell us what, as you grew the business, what lessons did you learn along the way?
Well, there's lots of lessons that you learn in 41 years of business. The biggest one for me has always been to do what I love and love what I do. So the passion has been always there for me, and it still continues as I've been in 41 years of business. The various other ones are flexibility. We have gone through 3 recessions and a pandemic, and we're still here. We've been able to adapt to market trends. Our portfolio has changed from the very beginning to even what it is now. And then one of the things is, because I love what I do, we have to really be careful of making business decisions with the heart versus the brain. So always take the data.
Yes.
And one of the things is, financial analysis, what's profitable, what's not profitable, and be able to say, as much as you love what you're doing, to do the right thing from a business perspective.
So very important. So let's talk about that, because a lot of business owners, when they do what they love, right, they get caught up in it, right? And their focus is like an artist, right? You're focused on the art, but they're not focused on the business of it, right? Yes. And they end up working in the business versus on the business. What's the difference?
Well, working in the business is doing everything. Wear all the many hats. Working on the business is finding out what hat you like and then being able to put in processes, systems, people that will help complement your skills. I feel that I love areas of marketing, public relations, and sales. The operational was not my big key, so I brought the most. It's something that a lot of entrepreneurs forget, that as you're wearing the many hats, it really doesn't allow you to grow and scale.
So you said something that's really important. So you brought the skills that you had, you focused on. The skills that you didn't have, you brought the proper people in to be on your team, right?
Yes. One of the biggest lessons I always tell others is make sure you have a team that complements your skills.
Absolutely.
And you have to be very intentional about it.
Yes. Intentionality is my favorite word, right? And so when you're being intentional, you can hire out contractors to do things that you just don't want to have on your staff, be it HR, be it legal. A lot of people don't understand that. They think, I have to have all the skills or I have to have everybody on my team, but you can actually hire out individuals.
Oh, yes. Yes. I think that's really important. As a small business, we won't always be able to afford having somebody on staff.
Yes.
And yes, I have a human resource lawyer, a regular lawyer, I have a financial advisor, just to look at our books. It's one of those things that you can't afford having somebody on staff unless they're very multitask oriented. But there's some very good people who are out there that do really good things well, and that's how we should.
I like to look at that, Connie, as kind of like your own board of directors, right? So you're a smaller business, but you still have this complete professional team that guides you and directs you and helps you to scale your business. Right?
Yes.
So let's talk about scaling business. Some people don't understand what scaling a business means. What does that mean to you?
Well, scaling a business is being able to grow. It's one of the things that in strategic planning, you can decide to have a lifestyle business or a business that you want to grow. I don't think I would be still here in 41 years if I strategically didn't want to grow the business. And growth can mean various things.
Yes.
But, and I will say the council, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, has been a very integral part. You had mentioned in the very beginning 4 pillars.
Yes.
Very believed in the very beginning to be certified. The council has the most thorough certification program. So I knew that if I was certified as a minority company, it would be able to go through other organizations and business entities as a minority company. Secondly was development. And I have developed myself through the council in the various educational opportunities that they've had. And right now, my COO, Lisa Moss, is participating in a national program. It's a year program for education. And that is some of the things that a lot of our MBEs don't always think that they have enough time to participate in.
Yes.
Yet, in the long run, it's excellent.
So let's pause there for a moment. So it's the development pieces. To me, that's the biggest piece of what we do, right? So we're the largest certifying agency of ethnic minority businesses in the country. Once you get certified, you put that in your back pocket. Development is key because development means you're taking time to slow down, right? To invest in your business, to learn how to work on your business. So you went to the University of Richmond program, right?
Yes, a big shout out to the University of Richmond.
Yes.
It's part of their executive education. It's a 1-week program that covers strategy, finance, marketing. The newest one has been social media.
Yes.
And it's one of the best things that you have to put a whole week set aside. But the information, the courses are well done, and then the network of people that you meet.
Right.
Invaluable.
Absolutely. We just started a program this week, and Altria is a major sponsor of the University of Richmond program. I think we're in our 12th year with that program. And what happens is when you become an MBE, as you know, you pay a certain fee to become an MBE depending on the size of your business, but then we reinvest back in you. I pay the $5,000 for you to be able to attend that program. And that's huge, right?
Yes, yes. What you have to provide is the time and commitment.
Yes.
And the financial resources are taken care of by our corporate members, which is, again, another priceless type of thing that we can have as being a member.
Excellent, excellent. We have about 4 different custom-made programs for our MBEs to go through. So no matter whether you're at level 1, you're just starting your business, or whether you're in multi-million-dollar business, we can help you grow to the next level because scaling is important. And I just want to touch on scaling just for another moment or two. You know, when you scale your business, somebody might call you up and they might say, Connie, we have 100 locations, or we want to have plants in 100 locations, but you only have enough people to cover 50 locations. So then you have to go out and you have to be able to add more staff in, right, to be able to scale for that. Talk about that.
Well, not necessarily. So one of the things is in our industry, we have a network of people that do the same exact thing that I do here in the Central Virginia area. And we've done it several ways as scaling, so that we can subcontract across the country, and or we give it to them because then we know that they're going to get really good service, and maybe it's not scaling for us, but it allows our whole industry to scale.
Perfect.
Or we do take it in-house and make sure we can provide this products and services that are unique for us.
Perfect, perfect. So now let's talk about the products. You know, some people think plants, like they might think of marketing, right? I don't have enough money to put money behind marketing, right? I don't have enough money in my budget to get plants. And why is it important for an individual or company to have plants in their office?
Well, even more so now, the post-COVID and pandemic, because people were in their house and they were going outside for nature. Now in the corporate environments, you want your people to be able to come to work for all the positive reasons, but the benefits are plants are calming, aesthetically pleasing. They make your place look great, but the benefits outweigh even the aesthetic aspect. Originally, plants are put on the earth to take in the toxins and give off oxygen.
Okay.
So it's the most cost-effective air quality system in any indoor environment. We spend 85% of our time indoors, and mostly in enclosed environments where there isn't a good exchange of outdoor air and indoor air. So the toxins that are in the inside are being absorbed by plants, the outside leaves, and the soil. But research has been shown since 1989 and 2015 that plants do a lot more than that. They decrease stress levels.
Wow.
Yes, they increase productivity. They just recently had seen that the mental health issue, when people are around plants, they are definitely less anxiety. So if in the workplace, we're talking all about healthy work people.
Interesting. I bet our viewers didn't even think of any of those concepts that you just explained to us. And so, I don't have a green thumb. Any plant in my house is not living, right? So I have the silk plants in my house. I'm ashamed to say. I'm ashamed to say, but the silk plants are in my house. But what do you do for a company? So if I sign up, I am Altria. You come in and design the layout, and then you also take care of them?
Yes, that's one of the core. As everyone knows in business, recurring revenue is a really good source of revenue. And obviously during the pandemic, that really was a saving grace for a lot of our companies that had recurring revenue.
Okay.
So the recurring revenue for us is maintaining the plants. We have professional, knowledgeable technicians that come in and take care of them so that you don't have to worry about it. I always say it's almost like a life insurance policy that we're going to keep the plants alive. For the people that say they don't have a green thumb.
That's me. Now, do I own my own plants? You just take care of them once I contract with you?
Yes, you own your own plants. We take care of them. And one of the things is the latest trends right now, because I always want people to know what the latest trends are in the office environment, is having open collaborative space. And then we have these rolling linear planters with plants in them that can go and absorb some sound. So when people are talking in these collaborative spaces, they absorb some sound. It also can direct traffic. So if you're going to have a little pod in your collaborative space, you can move around these linear planters and create like your own little pod with this larger space.
That's pretty cool. So you're moving walls, right? Now, I've seen some living walls.
Yes.
Talk about a living wall. That's pretty.
Living walls are wonderful because people don't always have space in their office environment, but they have wall space. So we put living walls up along the walls and filled with plants, or we have also moss walls.
Excellent. Yeah. Now, any other business lines that you have? Because I want our viewers to understand that very successful businesses have multiple lines of income, right?
Yes.
You talked about putting the plants in, but you also talked about the stream of income from maintaining the plants. Are there any others?
Yes, of course. We always want to diversify.
Yes.
So we do have our core, which is the interior landscaping, and then the horticultural services. We have short-term rentals. So any kind of corporate event, parties, like the BOC that we recently had.
BOC fabulous for us. It is absolutely phenomenal.
We have rental of plants and flowers. And then we have another whole division of special events so that we provide florals and holiday decorating. And the holiday decorating for this area is mostly Christmas. And we just love it. We're Christmas all year round. We have Christmas music.
Very nice.
And we paint everybody red, gold. And one of our key clients is on the Richmond Airport. And every time somebody comes in and out of the Richmond Airport, they always ooh and ah on the holiday decorations.
So full service. So what I heard is diversify your team. Make sure that you have all the right talent in place so that you can grow and scale to be able to serve the businesses that you need to serve, but also diversify your streams of income to make sure that you're full service. And if one stream goes down, like in COVID, you have another stream to rely on. Is that right?
And belong to organizations like the council, because they have connected us to those corporate members. I mean, you mentioned Altria, Capital One, Dominion, Energy, Ferguson. All of those, not only have we met and have done business with them in some manner, but also they share the needs that they require from their suppliers and vendors. That is something that you can't ask for. When we go out and talk to people, we have to be prepared, and those corporate companies help the MBEs be prepared. I mean, I don't know how many times they've always talked about capability statement, and then this is what should be on it. We go, sometimes as business entrepreneurs, we don't always know what the corporations are looking for, and yet here they are in the council helping us.
Outstanding. So don't do it alone, right? Utilize the services of advocacy groups like CVMSDC. Well, Connie, it has been a pleasure having you here today. Any last words of advice for our listeners?
Okay, join if you're not a member of the council. And if you're in a corporate environment, be sure you have lots of green plans by Buckingham Greenery.
Outstanding. Thank you so much. So if you are interested in more information on the services that Buckingham Greenery provides, please email Connie's team at greenery@buckinghamgreenery.com. Well, that concludes today's episode of Intentionality. Be sure to join me for our next episode, and remember that we must always remain intentional to gain knowledge, skills, and connections so we can grow and thrive in business. I'm Dominique Simpson-Milton, and I will see you next time.
This has been another episode of Intentionality with Dominique, brought to you by the CVMSDC. For more information, please visit cvmsdc.org.